So this is Mathletics Competition 1, 2012 to 2013. Written round number 1. A number is increased by 6. So a number is increased, that means add. And the result, so that means this is one piece, is multiplied by 7, yielding, that means equals, 84. So this is just and we're finding n. This is just a simple solution of a linear equation. So what's the opposite of multiplying this stuff by 7? Dividing by 7. Divide by 7. And so we get n plus 6 is equal to 12. So what's the opposite of adding 6 to n? Subtracting 6 from n. So what you do to one side, you do to the other. So you get n is equal to 6. 2. The average of 6 numbers is 22. So that means the sum of all those numbers added together is 132. If the largest number is removed, the mean of the remaining numbers is 21.4. So that means I have 5 numbers times 21.4. I have, well, 5 times 4 is 20, carry the 1, so that's 7. 107. So the difference between the sum of the first set and the sum of the second set will equal the number that I pulled out. And by subtracting, I find the answer is 25. Number 3, find the sum of the set. Well, first thing I have to do is I have to find what kind of sequence it is. And I notice that I am adding 7. This is a straight linear sequence. So if I add 7 here, that's 64, add 7 more, and I get 71. So I add those two things together. 1 plus 4 is 5. That's 13, so it's 135. Lindsay, could you please shut the door? Number 4. What fraction of 6 feet 2 inches is 38 inches? Well, we need to convert the feet and inches into just plain inches. There are 12 inches in a foot. 6 times 12 is 72. 72 plus my 2 inches is 74. And I want to know what fraction 38 is of it. So, what number goes into both of those? Well, let's start simple. I know 2 goes into both of them. So 2 goes into 38 19 times. And 2 goes into 74 37 times. So my answer should be 19 over 37. Number 5. Now, number 5, I'm going to go into a longer discussion on. It's obviously I know the answer is 5/6 because I know that 88.83 and then with the 3 repeating is 5/6. But how do you get that? Well, here's how you do it. So I'm going to say that x is equal to 0.83 repeating. This is really tough to deal with in this conversion with the repeating decimal. So what I want to do is I want to come up with an equation that gets rid of my repeating decimal. So what would I have to multiply 0.83 repeating so that I didn't have the repeating decimal going on forever? Well, if I could multiply it by, say, 100, because it starts repeating after here, right? I'd move the decimal place over. So 100x, and that would give me 83.3 repeating, right? And then I'm going to subtract, well, I want to get this decimal place to move over 1 so I could subtract out the repeating decimal. So if I move the decimal place over just 1 space, that's going to be multiplying it by 10, right? And so if I do that, I'm going to subtract 83.3 repeating by multiply by 10, so I have 8.3 repeating. So you'll notice that the 0.3 repeatings, when I do the subtraction, will cancel out, and I'll just get 75. Therefore, I know that 100x minus 10x is going to equal 75. Well, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. What is 100x minus 10x? It's 90x, right? So you have 90x is equal to 75. Well, what's the opposite of multiplying x by 90? Dividing x by 90, divide by 90. And so I get x, the fraction I'm looking for, as the case may be, is going to be equal to 75 over 90. Well, what goes into 75 and 90? Well, I know 15 goes into both, right? And 15 goes into 90 6 times. 15 goes into 75 5 times. So there it is. So this piece here is the why behind how it works. I would encourage you to give it a shot. Now, as luck would have it, if I make a slightly different problem, and let's say I have 0.837837, instead of multiplying by 100, I would need the decimal place to move 3 times over. So then I have to multiply it by 1,000 and whatnot, so that I would get the repeating decimal to be struck out. All right. So number 6. Number 6. So I have 2 times A. A is 8. B is 6. Minus. Oops, sorry. Minus C, which is 4 squared. 4 squared is 16. So that's 12. 12 times 8. So I'm multiplying it, and I get 6, carry the 1, 96, sorry. 96 minus 16, and the answer to that is 80. Number 7, what is the positive difference between the range and median? Well, I should line them up. They're already lined up for me. That is really convenient. So the range is 11 minus 2, which is 9. And the median is 2, 3, 3. The median is 7. And I want the positive difference, and the positive difference, that's subtraction, is 2. Number 8. The sequence. So I need to find out what kind of sequence this is. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the difference here. What do I add to 18 to get 30? 12. Does that repeat? Yeah, it does. So really, I have a table here where this is my first value, second, third, fourth, fifth. And I need to work backwards to get my y-intercept. So 18 minus 12 is 6. So it's going to be y equals mx plus b, where 12 is my slope, and my y-intercept is 6. And I want to know the 45th term. Don't want to keep going 45 times, right? So I do 45 times 12 is plus 6. So 2 times. Writing your summary, sir? So 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 9, and plus 1 is 9. And then I have 45. And so we have 4, carry the 1. So that's 540 plus 6, so it's 546. Number 9. The car is traveling at a rate of 60 miles per hour. What is the car's speed in feet per second? Again, you are writing your reflections now. I shouldn't have to say it again. So you'll notice that miles per hour, per meaning divide, miles over hours. So we know that distance is over time. So I have 5,280 feet in a mile, and I have 3,600 seconds in an hour. Therefore, in these problems, this piece will always remain the same. Now, for your calculation pleasures, I would memorize 22 over 15. This whole thing here reduces to 22 over 15 times 60. So 15 goes into 60 4 times. 4 times 22 is 88. This will make your life better, I promise. All right, 10. 24 means equals 40% of a number. So divide by 0.4, divide by 0.4. So I have 24 divided by 4. I moved my decimal place over, added the 0. So that is going to be 60. And finally, for number 12, the mean of a set of data, so the mean is, okay, the mean of another set is 16 is 60. What is the mean of the combined set? Oh, that's really, really similar to this problem right here. So I have to multiply these together. 8 times 2 is 6, carry the 1. That's 4, carry the, add the 1, carry the 2. So that's that one. So then 16 times 60, carry the 0. 6 times 6 is 36. So that's 9. So add those together, so you get 6. 1, carry the 1, 0, carry the 1, 2. 2016. And how many total numbers do I have? 16 plus 8. 16 plus 8 is 24. So 24 divided by 2016. And you just go ahead and divide it. In the interest of time, I'm just going to go to 2016 divided by 24. And you get 84 is the answer. Incidentally, going back to that 5/6 answer, when we had 75 divided by 90, there you go. So it works. Incidentally, 5 divided by 6 is the same answer. All right, so there's the first page explained.